everybody, welcome back to Testimony Tracks, where we talk about faith, hip hop, and the testimonies behind the tracks. I'm Everett, this is my co host Jason, and today we have a very important guest. We are aware that he is an upcoming new, astute, and exciting rising Christian hip hop artist of the new generation. We are sure that he will continue to grow his catalog of songs and inspire others who have his same calling. He has great songs, albeit he is very underrated, so please do check him out on Spotify or whatever music streaming app you use. But he does have a very strong voice in the game. Everyone, please welcome our first guest from the wonderful world of Christian rap. Please welcome Justmic to the show.
Yeah, what's up,
Hey, just
y'all?
Mike. Thanks for being with
Hey,
us today.
yeah, thank y'all for having me, man. Thank you for such a great introduction. Also, I appreciate it. But hey, we forgot one thing, fellas. We
What's that?
forgot to pray. So let's
All
pray
right.
real quick.
Yeah, pray
So,
for
dear,
us.
just,
Yeah.
merciful, holy Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Father God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for bringing good brothers together to glorify you, Lord, and have some good laughs and a good time. Thank you for Everett's heart for wanting to host this pod, and thank you, Father, for Everett, for E Money, for wanting to reach out and just let me be his first Christian artist as his guest. And I pray that you bless this pod, and I pray that you bring somebody comes to you, you bring the right people to this pod, not just for our own selfish ambition, but for your will and their life, and your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's get to know you a little bit. It's our first time talking. Well, maybe start with kind of your faith story. Did you grow up in
In
a
the
Christian
church.
home? Did you start with faith early? What did that look like for you?
No, I didn't. I didn't grow up in the church. Actually, I grew. I mean, I didn't grow up with like a horrible, trauma-filled childhood or nothing like that. I just grew up in Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, to be exact. Shout out
That's where the Indian
MBT.
tribe is based now.
Yeah, man. I had no idea about any of them growing up whatsoever. So it's cool to see Tennessee taking off with Christian hip hop. But yeah, man, I grew up in Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Didn't grow up in the church. I had a hardworking parents that just worked a lot. So it left me and my sister at home to kind of get into all the bad things we could get into. And you know, I mean, from everywhere from drugs to alcohol to just
Mm.
anything that you could think of. And so started truck driving at an early age. Had a child when I was 19, and so my life kind of turned around for the better. I wasn't trying to be so heavy in the streets and everything like that, but I still didn't know God. And so fast forward, my testimony. I've always had little bits and pieces of the Lord in my life, and times I can look back on and know that the Lord was protecting me or shielding me, but I really never was conscious of how the Lord was working and moving. So fast forward, it's 2020, it's the pandemic, the world is completely shut down, and me and my girlfriend, she's my wife now, but at the time, my girlfriend, we was just, I don't know, you're a young man. So the things I'm about to say, please don't think I'm saying them to be cool. And this is not anything. I better not ever hear you doing this stuff, bruh. Ever, man. But we was in our 1 bedroom apartment, and we was getting high, smoking weed, and something told me to pick up the Bible, because the drugs was not, giving us any security, making us feel safe, anything like that. And so me and her, we picked up the Bible. We started reading. We started watching YouTube videos to help us understand what we was reading. And ever since then, since that moment in time, the Lord has not let us go. And so that's, very much the beginning of, how all of this has happened now, going on these last few years. We picked up the Bible and just started to get to know God. Like the Bible verse says, He is the door. And so we was knocking, and he let us right on in. So that's
That's
how.
amazing. So the spirit just kind of reaching out to you directly then.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. We wasn't going to a church. It wasn't some pastor. It wasn't some like big moment. It was just we were scared, and we
Hmm.
picked up the Bible. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, man, church and all that stuff that came way later because
Okay.
all the churches was closed. So
Oh yeah, the pandemic.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And you were
So
a truck. Were you still a truck driver at that time?
yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a local truck driver now. So
Oh,
at that,
okay.
yeah. So at that time, I was a local driver. Yeah,
Because I imagine the pandemic had a pretty big impact on that industry too.
man. Actually, it had a big impact on us as we was essential workers. We was
Yeah.
working like crazy. I
Everybody
mean,
started ordering everything online because they couldn't go out.
exactly, man. Like that pandemic, a lot of truckers made a lot of money, man. A lot of
Hmm.
trucking companies had a lot of business, like masks. All the PPE stuff, they was
Hmm.
ordering it in bulks. So I mean, just that alone, on top of all the other things people was ordering online, it the pandemic helped the trucking industry actually. So it's really crazy how that worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so did y'all find your way to a local church? Do you just start trying different? I mean, if you didn't grow up in a certain like denomination, you just start looking around, and
Yeah,
how'd
man.
that
We
work
we
out?
we literally first okay, so as we probably for about a few months, we started putting the weed down. I wasn't I used to drink beer every day. I used to, drink liquor every weekend. And then I noticed we wasn't doing those things anymore.
Hmm.
But it was just like we needed to have like-minded people. That's what we knew. We needed like-minded people in our life. All the people that we knew at that time, that's what they did. They
Hmm.
stayed getting high, they stayed drinking, and that's what they did. That's how they got together. Well, we wasn't doing those things. And so
Hmm.
it was like we need like-minded people around us. So we literally got on Google and Googled the churches around us, and all of them was like the Sunday we were trying to go to them, they would be closed, or
Hmm.
it was just weird. It was just like we couldn't find one close to us. So I started a new job. And even that, the Lord brought me to this job for this reason. But I was at this bad trucking company. My truck, it was an old rundown truck. The truck had no AC. And so,
Mm.
yeah, and it's summertime and I'm burning up. I'm burning up. And so I look over at this other truck driver. We both in the dock at the warehouse. And I look over and he's in this nice new truck. He has his hair blowing in the wind from the AC and everything. And so I just sent up a prayer for the Lord to send me I'll just say I had some specific things in this prayer. And 3 days later, the Lord company hit me up, and everything that was in my prayer was in this woman's description of the job.
Hmm.
Mm.
Everything.
Hmm.
And so I was like, man, the Lord really answered my prayers. And so I went to this new company, and my trainer, um, as he started opening up, he was listening to worship music actually. So we started talking about God. So then we started talking about the Bible. And so then he invited me to his church picnic that was in 2 weeks. And so I said, man, we'd love to come. Thanks for the invite. So we went to the church picnic, and it was where we was living at was about a 50-minute drive to their church. But we was excited. So we went, and yeah, man, and we talked to the pastor, and he was so honest and genuine and just was inviting us to come on Sunday. And so we started making that 50-minute drive every Sunday. And then next thing you know, we went from a 1 bedroom apartment to a 3 bedroom house. And we moved from Cleveland Heights out to Lorraine. And so, like, just to be closer to the church and be closer
Mm.
to be in the community that the Lord, had moved us to. So that's how we here, So
All right.
yeah, the Lord literally just took us out of everything that we knew and gave us just a new life, like He does, a new city, new church. First time I've ever been a member of a church. I didn't even know church had members. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that,
Yeah.
So, the Lord just really just gave us a new life completely. So
Mm.
that's how it happened for us. Yeah.
My next question, did you grow up rapping? And if so, who did you listen to growing up?
Yeah, man. I grew up rapping in rap culture. Like from a child, I was, rap was always around me. And like when I was younger, it was it was the Easy E, Dr. Dre, Heavy D, who else? I mean, just you name it, it was on the radio. I mean,
I was in middle school and high school in the 90s, and I remember Snoop Dogg and DMX were two of the big names.
yeah, Snoop Dogg,
Tupac.
Tupac, all of those cats, yeah.
Mm.
Actually, Snoop Dogg's first album, the Doggystyle, that was the first album. That was the first CD that really made me want to start writing raps.
Really?
That's it.
I
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
remember
man.
kids bringing that CD to school. I was in middle school, I think, because yeah, you would have to buy the actual CD, and you had the album artwork and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, it was not. It came out in 1992. Yeah,
yeah.
I was 8 years old, and yeah, man, that's when I first started like writing raps. But then growing up, it was, as I got into my teenage years and stuff, yeah, I tried rapping a little bit, but didn't take it serious. And then like in my 20s, I tried to take it a little bit more serious, but that was still just to be able to like get into clubs for free and do all the bad things I shouldn't been doing. But yeah, man. But on this side of life with the Lord, He's really set me out to do it, to proclaim and glorify His name, and He's the whole reason I'm even trying to rap right now. So
Yeah, your new album, Spirit Bread, starts out with an intro where several people are encouraging you to make more music. So, what was
yeah,
that decision like for you? How much you were going to focus? I mean, you've got another job, and I know you're involved in prison ministry. You do a lot of things. So, has it been
yeah.
hard to keep making music? What's that journey been like?
No, it hasn't been hard at all. It's because the thing with Spirit Bread is I actually worked on that album for 3 years, and that's where that intro comes from. Is
Hmm.
where I guess like people like Everett who was listening to all the few singles I was putting out every now and again. So I would just stay in the I would just work, do my ministry stuff, and then go to the studio and just make a song here, make a song there, go back to the studio, take a verse out, put a different verse in, and
Hmm.
so like just making that album, it was really just all on the Lord's timing. And I think it really just took the confidence that I needed and from the Lord, really, like, and just everybody around me just giving me that confidence to just go ahead and do it. So ministry is one of those things where it's like, seek the Father first, seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. So
Hmm.
if you seek in the Lord first, He'll let you know the season that you're in. He'll
Yeah.
let you know. So yeah, it could be prison ministry. It could be a season where I'm in prison ministry real heavy. Then is the next season I'm doing the music thing real heavy. And then one season, He's just got me tending to my wife and being a better husband real heavy, and just seeking the kingdom first and letting Him guide my path. So yeah.
about this prison ministry. What's it like in the prison ministry?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Really never thought about that verse, Matthew 25:36.
Mm.
Until my homeboy, introduced me to. He tricked me. Actually, he tricked me, and he told me come have breakfast with him and a couple of other fellas one Saturday. And so, me being a big boy, I'm like, oh yeah, we could go have breakfast. Yeah, I love to eat. And and so that was the introduction to prison ministry. And so, yeah, man, I just started going into prison and really just started serving. Like the Lord will be intentional in what he wants you to do. Some people are out here to preach, some people are out here to teach, some people are out here to rap, some people are out here, but me in prison ministry, I go and serve. I could just be in there literally just serving plates,
Mm.
showing them the love of the church. It's not always something where I'm going in there and I'm preaching or I'm rapping. I'm just going inside the prisons and serving, and a lot of times, most inmates, they're really educated people.
Mm.
A lot of them know the Bible better than us,
Mm.
churchgoers, because they're in prison. They have so much time in the Word, in these books, with the Lord. And so there's been a bunch of times where I've had deep spiritual moments and have learned deep lessons from my life and from my marriage from these guys that are doing
Yeah.
life. So prison ministry has been a blessing for me, man. So that's why I stay in it. That's why the Lord keeps me in it, because it's been a blessing. So
Mm.
yeah, man, it's been good.
Yeah, what's something you feel like the Lord has shown you through prison ministry, or what's like one maybe an example of one of those lessons you've learned from the guys in there?
The main thing is that really serving is a gift,
Mm.
you know, to
Yeah.
be considerate of others. That's a gift that everybody doesn't have. And when you have a passion for it, to never like water that down. Serve, be considerate, think of others. Don't always let it be about you, your platform, or what you
Mm.
think, you or your platform needs. First be a servant. And then the other thing, just really don't take life for granted. The things,
Mm.
no matter how small things might be, don't take them for granted. Because the things that we have, there's men that's never seen it. They've been in prison
Mhm.
so long, they've never seen it. So the things that we have, or that sometimes we think everybody has, there's some men in our country, and as good as America is, their past mistakes or just where life has led them, they've never even seen it. So,
Yeah.
don't take what we have. Don't take what the Lord has given you and what you have. Don't take it for granted, because it's a blessing. It
Yeah.
is.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That's what I've gotten the most, man.
Mm.
Yeah. A lot of those brothers, they want love and they want to give love. It's just
Mhm.
a lot of times their environments, they don't know how genuine the love is. So as a Christian, if you're going in, be genuine. You don't have to be super spiritual. You don't have to, know the whole Bible back and forth. Just be yourself. And they respect and accept that way more than somebody who's trying to come in and rattle off all the verses they've
Yeah.
memorized. Just be yourself.
Mm.
So yeah.
We started this podcast, or I started with the idea of to explore into like what Christian rappers do, and for me to like learn on how I want to start my career. But
Hmm.
I have like two questions. They're both about Christian hip hop. The first one is, who are you looking to collaborate with in the future? And then my second question is, what advice would you have for others just starting out in the industry or others that want to get into the industry?
Well, to answer your first question, who I'm looking to collab with, I just met this awesome singer. Just her name is Myra Lynn. Awesome singer and great, powerful voice. So I'm her and some other brothers here in Cleveland that we've been doing shows together. We've been fellowshipping together. One is named God's Child. Dope artist. Yeah, and another brother named DFG Saul. He's actually up for a Stellar Gospel Award this year for
Oh wow.
Album of the Year. Yeah, so those are a couple of brothers. Another brother named Corey Bapes out of all. He's from Cleveland, but he's in Columbus. Yeah, man, dope artist. He got a dope song. I remember all the time, yeah, he dope, bro. He dope. You should check him out, man. It's a dope song. I think you'll like him for real. Yeah, and just really anybody else that the Lord really places in front of me, that's places on my heart to do a song with, no matter how big they might be or whatever, if I feel that move from the Lord, then I definitely want to be obedient to that. And the other question, my advice for anybody who wants to get into the music industry is specifically Christian hip hop. I would say first, for me, my advice wholeheartedly, make sure that's what the Lord wants you to do. Make sure that's what the what the Lord's will is for you. If you just want to make some songs to have fun and put it out there, great, do that. But if you want to get in the industry, man, make sure you have the protection of the Lord, and
Mm,
that's what the will is for your life. Because I don't really consider myself in the industry. I consider myself somebody that's just, you know, being guided by the Lord. And He's really allowed me and blessed me to have the resources to make the music. First off, the people, the encouragement from my community when I've needed it. He's brought people my way to encourage me and uplift me, and so I just literally just putting the music out and doing it with so much fun and so much love, and just it's not anything that I'm looking for any type of material gain back from. So it's been fun doing it that way, not being industry or business minded. It's more
yeah.
ministry based and just having fun, man. So I
Yeah.
mean, bro, if you just wanna make some songs and just have fun doing it and just put it on your YouTube and it's glorifying the Lord, do it, dog. Do it.
Yeah.
But if you do it like where it's like, I want to get in the industry, I want to make money and all of that, man, seek the Lord first and
Mm,
see if that's truly what He wants you to do. So yeah,
yeah.
dog. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. That's good. Is there like a strong Christian hip hop community in the Cleveland area? I tried to look up some of the people on some of your songs that are named collaborators, and a lot of them don't have big Spotify presences, but I figured it was probably people you knew
Yeah,
locally. You said you did like 3 shows this weekend, so that's a lot
yeah,
of stuff going on.
yeah. I'm just now meeting other people that have been honestly making Christian music longer than I have.
Mm.
So I'm just now meeting those guys. The people I collabed with on the album, they're all people from my church. That
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, they're all people from the worship team that I just asked to sing, help either write the song with me and sing it. And so, and they did just to help me out. So, but as far as like the Christian music community here, it's kind of scattered.
Mm.
It's kind of scattered. Everybody is so into their platform and to get themselves out there that it kind of it's not a strong community, So, and then
Yeah.
me originally being from Tennessee and not the Cleveland area,
Mm.
it really puts me like on the outskirts of things. But here recently, since I put the album out, really, they're starting to get to know me more. They're starting to see like, no, Mike is a real man of God. So I'm starting to build a little bit more community and build relationships with some of them. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Hmm.
I think they just got to see that you are a genuine person, a
Mm.
genuine person that really has love for the Lord and from the Lord, and and so that plays the part.
Yeah.
You have a recent collaboration where you're a featured artist at the song Fifth Flow by Man of God. So,
Yeah,
how was that experience?
man, that was dope. That was dope, bro, for real. Like, that was my first feature. That was the first time
Mm.
somebody reached out to me to jump on their songs. And when I found Main the Guy, and he in Texas with y'all.
Oh,
So
Hmm.
didn't know that.
yeah, man. Y'all should and see Main the God, his sound is so southern, and there's so many all those southern rappers I grew up on, the UGK, the 8 Ball MJG, the Master P's, the all of them cats is rooted in his music. So it was like, man, I can't believe this brother, doing it for the Lord, reached out to me and wants me to get on this song. So it was fun. It was dope. I was real happy to talk to another man, a guy from the South, trying to make Southern hip hop. So it was really really cool, man.
Mm.
Really really cool. Did you like
Yeah,
the verse?
yeah, I like this song in particular.
That's what's up, bro. I'm glad that you liked it, man. For real, straight up. Yeah, man. You got any pointers for me?
For whoever you have like a feature with, or whoever you like have collaborated with in the past, I feel like because McCrae and Tadashi were roommates, and they have a lot of collaborations throughout the years.
Yeah.
And so, whoever you collaborated with in your first album, even with Man of God, I recommend you could stick with them, have them on other collaborations. Even Zay Hill, he's a big artist, and he has collaborated with Tadashi and a couple of other names that I know. And if you can collaborate with him more, and I love to see those songs because Flexin' was a very dope experience when I heard it for the first time,
Right.
and maybe because Spotify has you can either make them a feature artist or a main artist, and if they're a main artist, then what that does is when you post with them as a main artist
Mm-hmm.
and they're following him, they can see that he dropped a new song, but
Yeah.
he's like more feature and you're the more main artist, but he's still a main artist. So
Yeah.
if that Spotify is great for reaching yourself out there and trying to create a bigger space where like Lecrae, he started off with just his friends and then like he started touring and that's when he eventually met Tripoli. Like he performed at my church for Soling 2004.
Oh wow.
Unfortunately, I was not born. I and if I was, I would still be too young to know who Lecrae was. So,
Yeah.
but he started touring, doing all the small stuff like what Miles Minniger's doing with the Glow Fest, and what he did when he first started out with like all these small events like at youth groups, and that really puts yourself out there, gets yourself a bunch more fans, a bunch more listeners, a bunch more people who know your music. And
Right.
like when Lecrae started touring, that's when he met Tripoli, and so the three of them, Lecrae, Tadashi, and Tripoli together, they started 106,
Yeah.
and that's like how the Christian hip hop scene started out with
Yeah.
Lecrae, especially.
Yeah. All
But
right,
like,
man.
if you can like a bunch of people following their footsteps because that's how they got features and got known.
All right, I got you. Nah, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, but I just gotta keep one. I have to keep making sure that I'm doing what the Lord is placing me to do. And then I would say that was all good advice that I really do appreciate. And it's with the collaborations, if the like with Zay Hill, man, I'm glad that you love flexing because that was pure accident how that happened. That
Mm.
literally, I put a song, my song Never Alone. I put that song out and Zay Hill heard that and he said that he really liked it and he had just reached out to me and he was trying to help like undiscovered artists and so
Mm.
he said if you send me a song I'll jump on the hook and and let's see what we can do and so yeah man that was purely by accident right there. Me and Zay, we've talked a little bit after that, some and everything. He just had a child and everything. So, but yeah, man, I'm just gonna take that with you, the advice that you gave me, and I'm gonna try to put it in play, bro. I'm gonna try my best to put it in play. Thanks for the advice, dog. For real.
Okay, so we're about the end of the podcast. This we've kept this a surprise for you because right now we're gonna have to go into the track record, which is basically a lightning round where you short answers say the first thing that comes up to mind.
Okay.
We our questions are short, so the first one I really wanted to ask this one. Who do you listen to that is in the Christian hip hop community?
Oh man, there's so many cats. Honestly, I have to say, right now, Korean the Light. You know him,
Hmm.
Korean the Light. Yeah,
All right.
loving his newest album he just put out. Love all his old stuff. Love his flow. Like yeah, man, he makes me want to step my bar game up. So
Okay.
yeah, Corinne the Light.
All right. I'll be the one to pull us out of music a little bit. What's like a hobby or interest of yours that would surprise people?
Oh, a hobby or interest that would surprise people. Honestly, podcast. I I
Okay.
I think I'm in this weird space where I listen to podcasts more than music throughout the week.
Really?
And
Okay. What's some of
yeah,
your favorite?
some of my favorite podcasts,
Yeah.
man, anything involving history,
Okay.
anything like Greek mythology. Yeah, man. Like I'm excited about the Odyssey. We're going to go see that
Oh
next
yeah.
weekend.
Mm.
So I seen the Odyssey was coming out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bone up on my on my Greek mythology. So yeah, but yeah, I like history. Period. Yeah.
Okay. What's one of the craziest comments you've received when you dropped a song in like a social media post?
One of the craziest comments I received. Why are you following that white god? That's yeah. That was yeah. That right there. But it left room open. It left
Yeah.
room open for songs like We All Chosen,
Mm.
where I got to write a little bit about, all of us are chosen. It's not about a white black thing. And it left the opening so that I could, kind of give them the gospel song, tell them
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, so it started dialogue. So yeah, but that was a crazy comment to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you could ask any historical figure one question, who would you want to ask? What would you ask
that's
them?
that's a great question. I mean, of course, I want to ask Jesus. Want to ask Jesus.
What's
You
the
know,
biggest question? What would you ask him first? That's a hard one.
man, what would I ask him first? If
Yeah.
it feels wrong to say it, but I right now I'll probably ask him if he loved me. Honestly,
Mm.
you know,
No, that's a good one.
yeah, like
Yeah. Some
You
of our
know,
prior
like
episodes, we've talked about whether that feels real, even if you know it is. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
difference in believing the theology and like really trusting it.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
So
good.
if I had Jesus, I mean, I in all honesty, you know, this kind of came up a little bit with that clip from Shia LaBeouf, but honestly, I think if Jesus Christ was right here in front of me, one, you would know, like this is Jesus. He's Jesus. You would know, unless he didn't want you to know, like the two men
Mm-hmm.
walking, but you
Road
would
to
know.
Emmaus.
And so just that awe and power and everything that he is, you might not say nothing or whatever you was thinking, he already knew, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So might not say nothing, but historical figure, definitely Jesus, definitely.
If
Yeah,
you could collaborate with anyone, living or dead, who would it be and why?
elaborate. Living or dead, who would it be? Off the top of my head, I don't know if y'all know who they are, but 8 Ball and MJG, Southern rappers from
Mm.
Tennessee. Grew up listening to so much of their music. They got one album. They're not a Christian artist, but you know they're still not artists that was just like, you know, they still have some conscious music,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and yeah, they're still alive, but yeah, that's yeah, 8 Ball and MJG for
All
sure.
right.
Yeah,
What's the first CD you can remember ever buying?
Snoop Dogg, Doggystyle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So we talked
Snoop
about
Dogg.
that a little bit.
Yeah, yup, yeah.
What's a common misconception about the Christian rap or CHH industry?
I think that we're preachers.
Mm.
Like, I mean, I get it. I understand. We, you know, what we rap and the music that we write is the majority of it really is from the Lord. You know, but I think it's a difference between preachers and rappers. You know, it's almost like I think preachers have a very much higher standard than as far as they're protecting a flock. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're shepherds for real. Whereas a rapper could be the one sheep in the corner that's just got everybody laughing or got everybody feeling good. But the rappers need that pastor to protect them. I
Mm.
think I don't think every rapper is a pastor or a
Yeah.
preacher. I think there's a huge difference in them. So. But a lot of times, some people feel like we're ministering when we're rapping, and I do agree with that. But that does not mean I'm a pastor. That does not mean I'm a preacher.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay. Any final word you have for those listening to this episode?
My final word is that Everett is dope for listening to my music. E Money is my dude now. Make sure you show him love. Seems like he's somebody who wants to make some music, so can't wait to hear his music. His dad, Jason, pretty dope guy himself. Very professional people. And when they hit me up, they're real humble about it, and it brightened up my day. It's an honor, such an honor that y'all hit me up to do this pod with y'all and any other artists out there. Show these people some love because this is who they're fans. So yeah, man, that's
Well,
my
we
and
appreciate it. Yeah, we're a new little podcast, and we really appreciate you responding so quickly and spending some time
Mm-hmm.
with us. But yeah, Everett's a super fan.
yeah,
I'm not sure there's a bigger CHH fan out there than Everett.
yeah,
So
man.
yeah.
We appreciate you, man. We
Well, where can
appreciate you.
people follow you, support your work? I mean, obviously Spotify, but I know you're
Yep.
involved. I don't think we even talked
Mm-hmm.
about the bookkeeper, but you're involved in some stuff like the bookkeeper. If people want to look for you or support you, where else should they go?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Justmic. That's JUSTMIC 216. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm trying to keep those three as like my main that I post on and stuff. So you can follow me on those three under that right there. Justmic 216. As far as the music, I'm on all streaming platforms, all of it, and all of it is free. If any of them are trying to charge you for anything that has my name on it, go to YouTube. It's going to be on my YouTube for free. All of it's free. So, yeah, and as far as the bookkeeper, TBK247.com, that is really is my big bro Daryl. He's the CEO of it. But, you know, we've built a strong relationship. I am a team member / podcaster on there. Yeah, it's for other independent artists. It's for other people like y'all. You know, if you guys would like for us to do a article and help promote y'all's podcast, go to TBK247, look for the submissions, put your submission in. We'll try to help push you and off our website and the network that we have, and we're just really trying to, you know, at our saying is change the culture for God. You know, we're trying to impact the culture and let the world know that all of us Christians ain't corny. We got some swag about us. We love the Lord. We like to have fun. And, you know, we want y'all to come have fun with us and change our lives like how the Lord has changed ours. So that's TBK247.com. Check us out. It's
Awesome.
a lot of good artists, a lot of good podcasts. We dipping into books, you know, authors and all type of cool stuff. So check us out. Yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a wrap for today.
That's a wrap on this episode of Testimony Tracks. If today's conversation meant something to you, follow the show wherever you listen, and find us on Instagram at Real Testimony Tracks, or by email at show@testimonytracks.com. Show notes and more episodes at testimonytracks.com. Follow us, tell a friend, and we'll catch you up on the next track.